Public School. I'm your science teacher and we are learning chapter 8, motion. Now yesterday we have discussed a couple of things about rate of change of velocity. I'm going to put little more efforts on it and we are going to study distance time graph. Okay. So now what I was telling here is that if you see what is rate of change of velocity, we name it as, yes, we name it as acceleration, exactly. We name it as acceleration. So acceleration, it can be in both ways, means the velocity can be changed while increasing the speed or by decreasing the things. So it can be done in both the ways. It can be done in, as what I said, in increasing or decreasing. So let me show you a little here. So see, distance time graph, as what I said, distance time graph, we are talking about rate of change in velocity. So if you see acceleration, now change in velocity, how do we represent? So we represent change in velocity in terms of, we represent change in velocity, right? Okay. So what I was talking here is, we are talking change in velocity, right? So change in velocity we are talking is, it can be the speed increases or it can be the speed decreases. So that is how we can talk about this thing. So change in velocity, it can be in both the ways. Now, so that is what the kind of motion is an accelerated motion. If your speed increases, we call the kind of motion is an accelerated motion. Okay, but if we are talking, as what I said, so here if we say the acceleration is taken as positive, right, the acceleration is taken as positive if the direction of velocity and negative when opposite to the direction of velocity. Since you are moving towards, you are going towards the velocity, your speed is increasing. Let me show you in this thing. Okay, so I am saying if your speed is increasing, so let's say you have a velocity here, something called, you are going at 20 kilometer per hour. Now after some time your speed is increasing to 40 kilometer per hour. So these both are velocity, right? You both are velocity, but how do you define it, right? How do you name them? So here the speed is increasing, so this is an accelerated motion, right? So definitely the velocity is changing with respect to time, that's why we call it as an accelerated motion. But my question to you is here, this is an accelerated motion. Now how do we represent? So we represent this, the first one, as initial velocity. This we call it as initial velocity, right? Initial velocity, and we represent this as final velocity. So there is a difference between these two, initial velocity and final velocity. Initial velocity and final velocity. Okay, so here the initial velocity we represent as u. Small u is represented as initial velocity and small v is represented as final velocity. So whenever you see u here, it means initial velocity, and whenever you see v, it's called final velocity. So what is our formula for acceleration? We learn what is acceleration is change in velocity upon time taken. We say change in velocity upon time taken, we call it as acceleration. So in the formula, this is a, small a, again I am telling you every letter represents some different quantity. So a is small a represented by acceleration, final velocity minus initial velocity upon t. Time is represented small t. Do not write capital T. Capital T represent different thing in physics. So make sure you write small t. So what I am saying is, What is acceleration? Acceleration is change in velocity upon time taken. Okay, perfect. I hope you are getting what I am trying to say. Now, so A is equal to V minus U upon T, that is the formula we learn. Acceleration is equal to V minus U upon T. Perfect. I hope you are getting what I am trying to say. Now, it can be done in another way round also. Like, suppose you are going at 40 km per hour and your speed is decreasing by your speed decreases, not increases, your speed decreases. So here when your speed decreases, this is called a retarded motion. Yes, this is called retarded motion. So what is retarded motion? Your speed decreases, we call it as, yes, this is a part of accelerated motion only, but when your speed increases, it is called accelerated motion, and when your speed decreases, it is called retarded motion. So understand this small thing here. So here again it is written as A is equal to V minus U upon T only, but as what I said in the previous one, the A comes positive, here the value of A comes negative, right? Because here you see, if you see 20 minus 40 upon, let's say this is 1, so it is minus 20. Okay, so whenever your A value is negative, it is called retarded motion, and whenever your A value is positive, it is called accelerated motion. Perfect. I hope you are getting what I am trying to say. Right? So that is what I was talking here, accelerated motion and retarded motion. Okay. Clear everyone? Now we are going to learn in accelerated also, it has uniform accelerated motion and non-uniform accelerated motion. Now what is that? Right? You must be confused that, sir, what is accelerated? In that also you said uniform accelerate. Okay, so let me show you that what I was trying to say. If your speed is increasing or decreasing, doesn't matter whether it is increasing or decreasing. If your speed is increasing or decreasing, again I repeat, if your speed increasing or decreasing, right, in either way round, increasing or decreasing, right, if your speed is increasing or decreasing, but if it is increasing or decreasing in a uniform way, then we can call it as, accelerated, uniform accelerated motion. See, if your object is traveling straight, see here, and if velocity increasing or decreasing in an equal amount of time, then such motion is called uniform accelerated motion. What is uniform accelerated motion? If your speed is increasing or decreasing, right? If your speed is increasing or decreasing equal amount in equal interval of time, we call it as a uniform motion. Perfect. Similarly, but as you know, in a real life, our roads are definitely, it are straight, but it has many turns, it has many barriers and all those things. So we can say that if an object travels, right, but the speed is increasing or decreasing is not unequal, right? See, then it is called non-uniform accelerated motion. So understand these two small things. Right? Uniform accelerated motion and non-uniform accelerated motion. In uniform accelerated motion, the object is traveling or changing its velocity equal interval of time. And similarly, if an object speed is not increasing in unequal amount of time, then it is called non-uniform motion, non-accelerated motion. Okay, we just learned yesterday what is an SI unit of acceleration. Whatever I have marked here, you have to mark it in your textbook also, so that will help you to revise the things up. Okay, now we are going to see the graphical represent. Now how does a motion is represented in a graph? Now that's a surprise. Like, see, Let's say we are drawing a graph of distance versus time graph. We are drawing a graph of distance versus time. Distance is represented, again I said, by s, and time is represented by t. So this is a graph of distance versus time. Now let's say I am drawing a graph, right? Now this is a straight line, this is a graph. Now what motion it is? What do you think it is? So if you see properly this graph, this graph, right, is a straight line. So it is increasing, the graph is increasing in a uniform way, right? So if you write a number here, if you see, let's say this is 1, it is increasing in an equal form by, let's say, 10, this is 2, it is 20, and so on. So if you see, the speed is changing equally in an equal interval of time. So it is changing equally in an equal interval of time. Hence we call it as what? Uniform motion. We call this graph as uniform motion, right? Okay, so have a look, let me show you. See, uniform. So that is the first graph they are teaching us, that the graph that gives you what? Distance time graph, okay, and it shows that we know that when an object travels equal distance in equal interval of time, it moves in a uniform speed, right? It moves in a uniform speed. So when you see a straight line that represents a uniform motion, is a uniform motion. This represents a uniform motion. Now let's say this is a curve graph. Now if you see in this curve graph, if you find out the distance versus time, it is not equal. So what do you call this motion as? Non-uniform motion, exactly. So if you again draw the graph of distance versus time, right, and your graph turns out to be a curve, then what motion it is? Non-uniform motion, right? Non-uniform motion, okay. So understand these small things. This is uniform motion, that was non-uniform motion. Perfect. I hope you are getting what I am trying to say. So uniform motion, and here it is a non-uniform motion. Now let's see ahead. So two graphs we have seen. What if it is a straight line? What if it is a straight line? Like this. Like this straight line. I was talking about this straight line. So if you put this thing and this is a straight line, then how you are going to represent? So let's say here this is 10, 20 and 30, and this is 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour. It goes like this. Now let's say you are traveling way like this, right, and you travel to some 30 kilometer at your village and you stay there. Now the time passes 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, and keeps on going on. But you are still there. So what does it means, right? We have started from 30. So we don't include that 30 here. We don't include that 30 here. So don't think, said, sir, we travel till 30 kilometers. No. We were starting our position from 30. So from 30, our position is stationary. So that's why it is a stationary graph, stationary motion, right? This is a stationary motion, right? Because it is not increasing, so we call it as a stationary motion. Clear? I hope you are getting what I am trying to say. So this is stationary. Okay. Now, okay, so that is a stationary motion I was talking. Now let's see. Okay, so this is three equations we have learned. One is a uniform motion, first is a uniform motion, second is a non-uniform motion, and the third is a stationary motion. Okay, I hope you are getting what I am trying to say. Uniform, non-uniform and stationary. So these three things we are talking: uniform, non-uniform and stationary. Okay, so that is what we are talking about, graphical representation. That is what we are talking about, graphical representation. Okay, fine. So let me show you in our textbook also, right, this three. Okay, fine. So we learn three graphs from distance versus time. We are going to see more graph with a velocity time graph, that I'll help you later. Okay, so we learn two things today. One is acceleration, that the acceleration is changing with respect to time, and the second thing is this thing. Okay, I'm sure you're getting what I'm trying to say. If you have any questions, please post me on my personal message. Okay, till then, bye, take care, thank you.